Hello viewers, I'm SP and welcome back to the Forgotten City. That's the name of this video game. I remembered, don't tell me I didn't remember. Where today we're missing two plaques and we know how to get both of them, kind of, sort of. I'm not 100% clear on what our plan is going to be for winning the election. We got most of the way through that deal.
Salve, friend.
Yep, okay. Oh, yes, I do have a bow on my back. Hi, I'm Samhain, and I need you to take care of some things urgently, my friend.
Oh, sounds serious.
This is kind of cool. It's cool that he, it's cool that you can conscript Galerius to do part of your loop for you. That's actually really nice. I'm going to have him do this, because I think doing this is going to be really fast for us.
Alright, let me see. Stop Fabia going in, but send the new...
Yep. Oh, will he do both?
Yulia.
Ulpius is about to throw himself off the Great Temple balcony. Tell him Yulia will be fine. Give him these 2,000 denarii.
But how did you... Alright, of course. I'll make sure this gets to him.
And making Galerius do this stuff will make people consider him to be a hero. Honestly, this is my favorite bit of design that we've encountered in the game so far. This is a really good idea.
I'll go, but right. Once I'm...
Yep, I will have lots of words for you presently. I have another thing I have to do. Please hurry. So, we're going to go
49 melodies fetch again.
Hold on,
with
Livia.
labor.
You gotta...
Just as the ocean, but it does not...
Okay, I figured it out. I know where we are.
Say it. Speak its name.
Philadelphia, the underworld, whatever.
Then it is true. I was right.
I mean, you already knew that.
I thought I saw it, but when the rest of them could not, I kept thinking I must have gone insane. I had to tell myself it was true over and over again, until I wasn't sure if I was deceiving myself. I must apologize if my words seem cryptic. I'd found comfort in reciting the Metamorphoses by our great poet Ovid. He gives such an uncanny description of this place. I cannot help but wonder if he himself came here. Would you like to hear it?
Not even a little bit. I have work to do.
I understand. Such things are not for everyone. But I thank you nonetheless. And now we share a secret. It's as if you've lifted a great burden from my shoulders. Thank you, friend. I think I should rest.
Okay, well that doesn't seem to have accomplished anything really except giving Livia some comfort, which is, that's fine enough. So yep. I just want to really quickly here. Oh, that's right, the thing. I just wanted to see what was in this chest. I'm sure it's nothing of value. I'm sure it's like denarii, but we should check. Yep, okay, I'm sliding for some reason. Not clear on why that is. Also, I don't think we ever looked at this before. Okay, so our man is out here making a hero of himself. We need to go to a temple and get some bark for the rheumatism. Yeah. Where is that? Where even is that? Oh no, I just tell Lucretia how to do it. Okay. That's weird. If I tell Lucretia how to do it, then I guess the idea is not that he will be thankful to me for curing his rheumatism, but rather that without the rheumatism, he'll just be a kind and polite person. The Livia thing was pretty wild. She went from like full-blown movie crazy to calm and chill and thankful in like a split second there. And I guess that's where we're expecting that it will be kind of the same thing.
Diana, feeling all right?
Everybody stop saying overlapping lines. Hey, I figured out how to treat rheumatism. I guess we're expecting the same thing is going to happen with this other guy, right? His personality is going to completely change like a switch was flipped, because that's how all of the writing in this game is.
You made it into the palace. I am impressed. How is
Hilarious
Nelia?
arranged it somehow.
You know, she would be better off if we all just left her alone.
Willowback. I should have known. It was under my nose the whole time. That's very helpful.
Don't need to
Thank
say
you.
anything.
If this works,
Just
it should
rest up.
settle Rufius
Drink
down
back.
some. I have some right here.
Properly
Could you
when
do
you're
me a
ready.
favor and give him
Oh,
some
okay,
of this?
I am gonna
He'll
still do
just
it.
need to swallow a pinch of it. I'm hoping it will avert disaster.
And instantly, because again, that's how everything in this game works.
Thank you. I'm really glad you arrived when you did.
Okay, thank you.
That's a shame.
Going.
Thanks.
Yep. Well, okay. She says thanks for saving Yulia's life when in fact I did not. All right. Where is that dude? He's over here.
Name's Rufius. Better watch your step.
Yes, you're very intimidating. Here, eat this piece of a tree.
What business is that of yours?
Just eat a pinch of this willow bark and you will instantly be transformed.
Willow bark. And this will work? Oh, thank God.
He's very eager to
Finally,
believe it.
some relief. This is what I've been praying for. Maybe God hasn't abandoned me after all. Thank you.
Should you be saying capital G God out loud? Is that...
In a lot of pain lately. The rheumatism, these cursed statues always watching, and the crisis of faith. It was too much. Started messing with my head. This is exactly what I needed to set it straight again. I owe you one.
Well, I have a way you can repay me immediately.
No idea what you're talking about.
Come on, you owe me one, remember?
All right. After this, we're square. I think I have seen that plaque. Sorry I lied. Can't be too careful these days. Head into the caves behind the theater. Turn right, then right again. Oh, and here. You'll need this key. You didn't get that from me.
Yep, got it. What would be the point of saying we'll see here? Just like, hey, just so you know, I'm a jerk. All right,
So you
let's get out of here. Can't be too careful these days. It's just like, what a bizarre thing to say in that context. And again, all of the writing here is just checking off boxes. The thing is, like, here we go. This is the stairway I was looking for. It's kind of funny because I think that you could actually improve the feeling of this game an awful lot without changing very much, just by like exercising a little bit more control over the tone. Like, it's super gamey, right? Everything in this game happens because it has to happen that way for video game reasons. None of the writing actually works as a serious thing. And like, it's just completely non-functional as a world. The artificiality is right up front, and it's by a large margin the loudest thing about the game. I don't think that's necessarily a problem. And if they hadn't decided to put it into a real-world historical setting, or at least real-world-ish historical setting, and had done something a little bit that felt less like they were trying to make it believable, I think the feeling of this could be fine. A video game can be video gamey. There's lots of games that do that very well. And even games like The Witness that try to put you in a place still can feel very artificial as long as they acknowledge that artificiality and roll it into what they're doing, right? The problem here is that the narrative layer and the mechanical layer of this thing are trying to convince you that two different things are happening, and that dissonance totally sucks. And I don't want to say like ludonarrative dissonance, because like that term gets overused, and this is kind of outside of the idea, where it's not really like the game is trying to convince you that you're doing one thing while the story is trying to convince you you're doing another. Here, it's just a matter of like a really awful tone mismatch. You could make this game about, like, you can make this game more slapstick and make it about robots or something, and I think you almost wouldn't have to change anything for it to feel way better while we're still taking the same actions Definitely need to have an actual writer take a pass at it, though. Anyway. That was just off the top of my head, by the way. I don't have a plan for robots in the slapstick robots in the future, but like, wouldn't that be more fun? Isn't that always more fun? Why is everybody making plaques all the time? So, carving your religious feelings into a plaque seems to be a really big part of worship in this world. And I guess maybe it was in the past in the real world. It's not a thing I have a lot of experience with. Okay, so we can probably... I mean, it may well be the case that... Oh, I don't want to leave this way. This is going to be a pain. It may well be the case that we don't actually have to do anything else. I just need to pick different dialogue options when speaking to Claudia. Might be again the case where two very similarly worded versions of the same idea have two wildly different outcomes because the writing in the game is very suspicious. So let's see. We can talk to Malleolus. We can tell him that we know what's up, but we won't be able to pin him on it unless we can get Claudia to show us the letter that he wrote to her using the wrong name, right? So let's just go over there and quick save right in front of her and then talk to her and see if we can't work this all out. I hope Galerius got the Ulpius thing dealt with in time. The idea of like crafting the perfect loop but then handing it off to somebody else so they can look like a hero is actually a narrative idea that I really like, and I'm surprised that I haven't seen it in one of these time loopy games before. Although, I guess I'm saying these time loopy games like this is a thing that has always existed. There are a lot of them now, but that's a pretty recent development. Okay, yep, we run in here. So we could still get Sentius to like arrest somebody, I suppose, if we wanted. Maybe that's important for shifting the number of votes. All right, let's go up here. We will unlock this door. We will quick save. And let's try to navigate this more carefully. Yep, just a lot of weird head motions. Yeah, can we talk?
Cool.
The thing is, how would you like some help getting back at Malleolus? It's a bizarre conversation.
You know, now but
okay. So I don't want to say this. Letting her know what is up. She doesn't want revenge that badly. Not so badly that she will take a hit for it. I figured, you know, spite's a powerful motivator, but not powerful enough. We women have to stick together is like a really bizarre thing to say here. I'd rather not say.
Look. If you...
This is not compelling. She's not going to go for this, right? Maybe I do need some more information.
I couldn't agree more. One hand washes the other, as they say.
That's not related to the thing I just said to you.
I imagine knowing his true identity will give me the leverage I need to manage him appropriately. But first, I need you to do something for me.
Okay.
I want you to bring me some wine.
Oh, hey,
Just
finally.
one small urn should do it.
We finally figured out what the wine is
don't
for.
look at me like that. I know this must be hard for you to wrap your sweet little pleb head around. So what do you need me to spell out?
The writing, not so good. And like I said, we women have to stick together, and she fully responded to me as though I had said a completely different line of dialogue, which is wild. Like, the idea that they should have been trying to get across there is probably like, you know, I will owe you one if you help me with this, and then you can call in that favor at some point. And she responded like we said that to her. Why can't you get it yourself?
You mean, aside from the fact that I'm locked in this room, and Domitius is right outside the villa, because there's barely any left in the city. In fact...
Okay, that's not a problem. I definitely know where there is wine. That's all the questions I had.
You're...
Sure. I have some wine right here, in fact.
Thank you. Here's the letter.
I actually have kind of a huge amount of wine that I am just carrying on my person in some way. Quinctius to beloved Claudia. This is not a thing. He did not accidentally write his name. This doesn't make any sense. But again, we're very much just like checking off the mechanics boxes. For a time, I despaired at the thought of being trapped here for the rest of my life, but then I met you and discovered that as long as I am with you, I am exactly where I should be. That's okay. That's legitimately romantic. I'll become the city's magistrate so that I may govern with wisdom and strength with you by my side.
Now, perhaps you can tell me who Quinctius really is.
Yeah, according to this bounty letter from Emperor Nero, he's the person who started the fires in Rome last year, although we have no reason to believe this.
What? He's... Oh no. That's... quite a lot more serious than I imagined. I only wanted some leverage over him, not to destroy him. Give me that immediately. Nobody else must know.
Yeah. I'm not allowed to... Okay, sure, you can have it. Nobody else will ever know.
Thank you. Now, I appreciate your, discretion in this matter. I think it's best if you go now. We'll speak no more of this.
I think that, the appending of the word lie in parentheses to some dialogue options is very, very funny. Like, especially... The point I'm going to make is illustrated most clearly by that time that we got two identical dialogue choices and one of them said lie and the other one did it. Like, you are almost never mechanically indicating intent in dialogue, so it's super weird when they do make it happen, because I say all kinds of things to these people that I don't believe or that I fully intend to go back on. But it's super weird when the game's like... when the game feels the need to explicitly call it out like that. It's very strange. Alright, so now where's my man? Here we go.
Xzibit?
Yeah, I want you to withdraw from the election. Because I know you're Quinctius, your wife gave me your love letter, and Nero wants you dead. There's a lot of good reasons here.
So, it finally caught up with me. I suppose that makes you... what? One of Nero's assassins?
Well, that would be like a really bad idea given the rules around here. And again, this doesn't really matter, right? It doesn't matter that Nero wants him dead because the outside world is lost to the... even to the ones who don't know that we're all dead already, the outside world is lost to us. The fact that we are dead already makes this very strange, actually. Again, this is probably a thing that made more sense in the original context, and they just didn't redesign the shape of the puzzle when they made it a standalone thing.
So, you're not going to kill me?
My dude, if I killed you, okay. Not if you withdraw from the election immediately and release everyone in debt bondage to you. We don't even have to do this, right? I'm just going to say withdraw from the election.
So much work for nothing. Ugh. If I do it, you'll let me live?
Because we already paid off all their debts, right? For now, at least. No, I'm going to say I will. I don't want to... This one makes it seem like there's going to be more trouble down the road, and it may drive him to try to negotiate a better deal. This one, he's getting everything he wants. He should leap at it, fingers crossed. That's a long ellipsis.
Fine.
Okay.
Ruling this cesspit of a city would have been beneath me anyway. I'll have Domitius notify the priestess of my withdrawal. There. You got what you wanted. Now, please, leave my villa and never speak to me again.
Okay, so now... just gonna not deal with you directly, because you're a nightmare. Now we gotta find Galerius. He's probably at his farm.
All weapons are to be
Keeping an eye
tossed
on
into the
things,
chasm.
Horatius?
Am I just as always, priestess?
Wait, have we talked to Horatius much?
Look, we do have a newcomer.
Is there anything I need to do with you? Okay, damn it.
Pretty, though.
Fine, later. Right now I'm going to the farm. Because I reckon that's where Galerius is. We gotta tell him to stand in the election. And then Nope. Oh, yeah, here he is. Here he is.
Salve again, friend. I went and did as you asked, and it worked.
Well, yes, I'm very
How
smart.
How is it possible that you've just arrived here and you already know everyone and exactly what's about to happen to them?
Do you know what a groundhog is? Should I tell him? You'd never believe me if I told. If he presses, we'll tell him the truth.
Oh, come on. I just did as you asked. The least you can do is level with me. I'll keep it between us. I promise.
Okay, I think the reluctance combined with the information that we gave him turning out to be true will hopefully make this believable.
You're toying with me, right? Wait, you're not kidding, are you? That's the only way you could have known. You're a bit like... Oh, what was his name?
Bill Murray.
Sisyphus. Yeah, that's the one. Old King Sisyphus.
Yeah, like Sisyphus? Sort of. This game is like a boulder that is constantly threatening to roll downhill on me. I get that.
Sisyphus was a Greek king a long time ago. For daring to think he could outsmart the gods, he was given a terrible punishment. He was forced to push a great boulder up to the top of a hill. Only, just as it reached the top, it would roll all the way back down to the bottom, forcing him to start over and over and over again, for all eternity. Just like you. Actually, now that I think about it, there are a bunch of old stories about the gods punishing people by making them do the same futile task over and over. Tantalus was made to grasp at fruit on a tree he could never quite reach. The Pleiades had to keep fetching water in a sieve. Oh, and Ixion was strapped to a wheel going round and round forever. But on the bright side, at least you're not stuck in the underworld like they all were.
Indeed. See, the thing is, I feel a little bit more like Prometheus personally, and this game is the Great Buzzard. Yeah, at least there's that.
Anyway, I don't know which god you managed to upset to get yourself into this position, friend, but you seem all right to me. So, I'll tell you what, I'll keep doing whatever I can to help you, and you just focus on finding a way to break the cycle you're in.
I will say that I kind of like this idea that he has unwittingly put forth, that like the gods love to stick people in a loop, and that explains why there is a time loop here. That's a clever observation milled into the premise of a thing that they had basically already designed.
Tell you.
Sorry? Was that Decius who just walked up behind me and said that? What a fucking weirdo. You're a good man, Galerius.
Oh, that's kind of you to say. Now, I'm going to keep your secret. Although, it's not as if I'll remember this next time we talk anyway, right? Oh, and if our conversations ever start to annoy you, just tell me you're busy. I know when I'm not wanted. May fortune smile on you, friend.
Okay, but we didn't actually get to do the thing
Salve
I wanted
again,
to.
my Sisyphean friend. Now, what's on your mind?
By the way, I didn't do that. The conversation just started again without me. That's fine, though. It is what we were going to do.
I've bounced the idea around once or twice, mainly as a way of...
Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing. Why is Dooley in a cell?
Because Sentius put him there. Poor Dooley was just...
Okay. If Malleolus runs... It's weird that I can't tell him... I guess, do we have to tell him this first?
And how could you... Oh, wait. You've seen it in another time loop, haven't you? Well, in that case, we need to find a way to make sure Malleolus loses. Better yet, get him to withdraw altogether. If you can do that, and Sentius is the only candidate left, I'll run against him. Deal?
So, the fact that that wasn't grayed out means that we've never been down this conversation branch before. So, is this one of those things where the game gave me objective information that I didn't have yet? When it told me, when I saw on the objective screen Galerius said he would only run if Malleolus dropped out, I assumed that that was a thing we already knew, and I had just forgotten that we got that information. But now I'm thinking, mayhap not. Yeah, alright. Good news, my friend. I can't tell him.
I can't speak.
Okay, I'll be going now. And then talk to you again? Nope, that's cool. Just turn away. I'm not trying to speak to you.
Again?
Really? Can I really not tell him?
All right, friend.
Okay, hold on a second. Is this... Okay, I guess that's a thing we could do. So Galerius said if Malleolus drops out, he'll nominate himself. I guess maybe this is something that will just happen, but no, the persuade him to do it is not checked off. I would assume that we do in fact have to do that. We still don't know actually what happened to Scintilla, because Ulpius won't tell us. There's a lot of places here where the game is, like, our progress on a quest is just broken because people were not allowed to say the things that we obviously should be able to say to people. Let's see if we can find Ulpius. He seems to just, like, wander around. Let's see if we can find Ulpius this loop and ask him. I'm wondering, though, if maybe this broke because we got Malleolus to drop out too early. And maybe we need to get Galerius to agree first and then get Malleolus to drop out. It shouldn't work that way, but... Okay, you're like a whole person I didn't even talk to yet. Can we talk about Scintilla?
What business is that of yours?
Well, I'm looking for her, is all?
A lot of people have been looking for her. But it's been 3 weeks, and we've found nothing. What makes you think you can do better?
Magic, mostly. Listen, sometimes fresh eyes help.
I suppose that's true.
So, did you notice anything suspicious before she went missing?
Scintilla was always a kind, well-behaved young woman. I admit, her disappearance really caught me off guard. If anyone knows something, I'd expect it to be Sentia, Malleolus, Claudia, or Domitius. But none of them will tell me anything. You might fare better, though, I suppose.
Okay, yeah, I could do that. This seems like a wild, it's like a wild shot in the dark. We are not going to pursue that. Let's talk about something else. And by talk about something else, I mean not talk about anything else. I guess I should ask this.
Not that it's any of your business, but my loyalty is and always will be with Sentius.
It's a good idea for us to have a count, right? Okay, I'll be going.
A new face. Ave.
Okay, hey, can I ask you some questions about escaping the underworld?
I beg your pardon?
Her mouth is not rigged correctly. Livia was right, we're in the underworld.
Oh my, that is quite a lot to take in. You'll have to give me a moment. Let's see. If that is indeed the case, I suppose we'd better figure out what to do about it, hadn't we? We don't have much to go on, except the old stories. I remember 4 in particular about heroes in the underworld.
So this is just going to be the same, yeah.
Sisyphus and...
Okay. So that is absolutely information we'd already had. Also, extremely wild that she would just believe that. Some stranger walks up to you and goes, hey, by the way, we're all dead. You know that, right?
May fortune.
Again, it's just like it's mechanically expedient for her to behave that way, and so she does, even though it's completely insane. I could probably, you know what? I could probably... Ulpius. So maybe I had to, maybe the reason I couldn't ask Ulpius about Scintilla's disappearance was that I had to have that information from Horatius first, so that we would know to start asking people. Let's hope. Okay, there's Ulpius. What are you doing down here, my dude?
Shalom, friend.
Nope, still not allowed to ask him. Maybe we have to do the other... We have to talk to everybody else first or something? Like, clearly, we haven't hit whatever the trigger is for us to have any reason to ask Ulpius this. But it's super weird that we did hit the trigger for it to be added to our quest log.
Keep an eye out for Scintilla, would you?
Alright, hey you. Talk to me about Scintilla. What? Okay. Galerius is standing at his farm doing... Okay.
I hope you have a good... We're finally alone.
I assume...
Yep, we've had this conversation before.
Wait, is that a...
I couldn't stop it from being broken. Let's not... Well, if I tell him I couldn't stop it from being broken, he'll get real paranoid about somebody else breaking it. If I tell him I broke it and I won't do it again, that should prevent him from freaking out, right?
You broke it. Why in Pluto's name would you do that?
Science. I was trying to save someone's life.
Well, it seems you failed. Spectacularly.
Thanks, boss.
It's unfortunate, but all that matters now is that you make use of what you've learned and gathered and do better next time. Now, I assume you've sought me out again for a reason?
Yeah, I gotta ask you... I was hoping to ask you some questions about my investigation.
Ask then.
I apparently do not have any questions.
Good.
I was hoping my investigation would include me looking into Scintilla, but apparently not. Could you maybe just release Dooley? This would make my life a lot easier.
You mean Duilius? Releasing him is out of the question, I'm afraid. That man is a liability we simply cannot afford. Perhaps you're not aware he was caught multiple times, sneaking around in places he should not have been.
So, and what exactly did he do?
Look, I can see where you're going with this. You think me cruel. I assure you that is not the case. You may not be aware of this, but it was not so long ago, during the Republic, the law of the 12 Tables would have required that he be killed as soon as he was born, owing to his deformities. Here we see to it that he has food, water, and shelter, and most importantly, he is able to continue living. A privilege that would be taken away from all of us were he to be released and commit the crime of trespass. The man has no self-discipline, poor comprehension of what is going on around him, and is an incorrigible rule-breaker. I will not jeopardize the lives of my people so that one man can go free. Now, was there something else?
It should absolutely be the case that we can tell him that trespassing does not violate the golden rule. I trespass constantly, and it has never been a problem. So I guess I'm not going to be able to... We definitely talked to him about this stuff, didn't we?
Very well.
So I'm not going to be able to talk to him about Scintilla. Okay. He is a resident of one of the villas. You know, it was within the lines we were given. All right, let's No, that's not a person. You're a person. I mean, we did just talk. Okay, hold on. Did she have anything to say about Scintilla? Did I notice? No. We don't want her to. We don't want to push on the election because Galerius still hasn't said that he will run. I don't think anybody else lives in here, right? Let's try... You're still broken because Galerius has absolutely finished his errands. That seems like a big problem, honestly. Can I ask you about it? Oh, cool. The state of everyone has broken because Galerius is not doing a thing he's supposed to be doing. This is bad news. This got locked again. Do you know anything about Scintilla's disappearance?
The dainty little thing from next door. Of course not. As much as I despise her father, I would never lay a finger on that poor, sweet child.
Whatever, I think you're hiding something. Let's just push on her for no reason, because she's not important.
Well, I've had quite enough of this.
Yep. Okay, all right. I figured that would be the result of that, but like she has no further utility to us, so. Let's go.
How did you get in there, you cheeky little sturkers?
Oh, you want to talk now? No?
If I cop
okay.
an earful from Malleolus, I'll be coming for you.
It's super weird that we can't ask Sentius about his own daughter's disappearance. It's just very, very strange. Alright. Nope, I'm not going to be able to get over there. Yeah, we got to go... There is absolutely no reason the status of Galerius's errands
How come you're allowed a weapon and I'm not?
would affect Domitius or Malleolus. That doesn't really... Yeah, that doesn't really make any kind of sense at all.
Citizen.
Hey, Rufius, you know anything? Anything at all? Yeah, we're cool now, remember? Who are you going to vote for?
Malleolus.
Okay, anything I can do to change
No.
that? No. All right, fair enough.
See you.
Well, he doesn't like Sentius at the very least, so... Is Galerius just standing at his farm? Or is he actually running around town doing something? Okay, he did start moving again. But like... We couldn't be bothered to build Galerius, like, to build the triggers in a way that makes sense, so you just need to wait until some NPC is done with their loop. Really sucks. That is a bad implementation of that thing. Then what is there for us to do right now?
Don't believe a word they tell you.
Okay, it's Ulpius. Ulpius is the one who is constantly walking up behind us and saying that. I don't know that it's going to be meaningful for us to interact with you. Livia, do you have anything else of value to say to me?
You have given me hope.
Okay, I am trying hard to walk in the footsteps of Hercules. Galerius for magistrate, countered by I would rather drink Aurelia's special brew. A poem by Galerius. My life has been tortuous, as the 7 labors of Hercules. Orphaned, defeated, and enslaved, yet I would suffer it all again gladly. This is not a good poem. Sacred flame, etc. To watch and love you from afar, bathing in your glow is enough. Okay, well that's interesting information. Maybe we can ask him about who that is writing for, about to whom that is written. How would you express this concept in English? The only language that I speak. Virgil's chest. Okay, we're not going to steal Virgil's paltry amount of cash. He's making an arena, making a model of the arena. We get an archaeologist insight. I will have to say, being an archaeologist does not seem to have been beneficial to us at all. I think what actually happened here is I picked one that doesn't do anything. And I could have had a rifle. Can you believe it? Let me ask you who you're going to vote for.
Isn't that? Oh, you're here. And
yep, I'm super hot. There's no two ways about that. So wait, was this what made her mad, or was there another line behind this that was too much? I'm just going to say not interested.
Why? Just I take back what I said.
Yep, okay. She does not have... I was going to ask her about the election, but apparently she is not willing to tell us who she's voting for. Okay, nothing of interest in here. It's a fancy cavalry helmet. So I guess, like, right now all we're doing is waiting for Galerius to finish his errands so that we can talk to people. When this should not be dependent on that in any way in the first place. It's kind of a bummer. Well, did it happen while I was gone? No.
How come you're allowed a weapon and I'm...
Is there a thing I can select here that will let me track? Yeah, we could tell him we suspect anyone. We could tell him we suspect Domitius, and that would definitely... Well, I guess it doesn't matter that we would remove a vote for Malleolus, because Malleolus is dropping out of the election anyway. I don't know for sure that it will help us at all to tell him that anyone is potentially the lawbreaker. We could tell him Aurelia is, just because, you know, to get back at her. I don't hate that. Yeah, that's not bad, actually. So this is nonsense, and it doesn't even check off when you do it. Yep, we have to get Dooley out to do this. The Virgil thing is completely unresolved, but also it seems like it almost can't possibly matter. All right, let me mark this. Will this mark Galerius on my map? No. I was hoping to just get to follow him around and that way know when he is done with his errands, and so when I might be able to talk to people. We can go talk to Fabia, I guess. Hi.
Salve and welcome. Need something?
Yeah. Do you have any idea who's threatening Virgil?
Terrible shame, that is. Maybe this'll help. Late last night, I was cleaning my oven when I heard some noises outside. The forum's usually dead quiet at that hour, so I came out to see what was going on. To be honest, I thought maybe poor old Dooley had got out of his cell and was snooping around again. So I put my head out and saw someone in front of Virgil's shop. I couldn't tell who. It was too dark. I called out to them, but they just turned and ran off without a word. All I remember is they ran past a lit torch, and the light glinted off something metallic. Armour, I think. So I suppose it could only be one of three people. Horatius, Domitius, or Rufius. I hope that helps.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it helps some. Okay, not even allowed to ask her who she's voting for. It's fine. So if we resolve this problem and then we have Galerius at the beginning of a new loop, we tell him to go tell Virgil what's up, then that probably secures another vote for him. Perhaps there's another layer of the city under the forum. Yes, perhaps. So yeah, I guess let's go talk to people who wear armor, except I'm not going to be allowed to talk to Domitius. Rufius went somewhere.
Citizen.
You.
You again.
Are you the one threatening? I'm just going to come right out and shout it at him. Are you the one threatening Virgil?
No idea what you're talking about.
Fair enough. Should we? I mean, why not, right?
Yeah? Prove it.
Well, now that's a strange thing to say if it wasn't you.
See you around.
Okay, so it was probably him then, yeah? And he's Christian, like it sort of like lines up with a lot of the stuff
you're allowed a weapon and I'm
that
not.
we were already thinking. So I still can't talk to you. It's just like, imagine writing that box going, this is a problem with the way we've designed the flow of this thing, and I could fix it. But what if instead of fixing it, I just told the players that it was broken? Hey, I designed this thing wrong. You're just gonna have to fucking live with it. Right there in the game text. Where is... we don't actually know where Horatius hangs out most of the day. If I... There we go. If I do this, will it put a marker on him? So that's Domitius. That's not useful. This will be... The marker just says slums. Do we think Horatius is down here? Oh, well, this is interesting. Yeah, that's not what I was trying to look at, and you goddamn well know it. Okay, well, yeah, that's... And look, it's Rufius's chest. It should maybe not put a marker on the only piece of evidence that matters in the entire world, and you just know. Oh, this is Kabash's place. Okay, well now we can tell Sentius that we suspect Rufius of doing a thing that would actually get the problem solved. In terms of, making Virgil safe and everything. Who is Curti indeed? I will say, I probably would not have noticed that this was up here if they hadn't done that. But that's like an environmental design problem that probably shouldn't be resolved by just putting an objective marker on it. Although I know that's how we do things in video games now. Environmental design? Bullshit. Just always tell the player exactly where they need to be at all times. All right, I'm going to go tell Rufius that I know. Let's see how that resolves. I should have gone the other way and cut him off. Hey. Hey. I know it was you because I found an incomplete letter to him in your quarters, and you have a very distinctive all-caps style of writing.
Look, I haven't been at my best lately. I know that. It's
what a response.
Rheumatism.
Okay, no, that's not the case.
Not an excuse for how I am.
All right.
I'll leave him alone from now on. I'm going to go and...
All right. So I guess that's a problem resolved. I'm going to go tell Virgil that Rufius will leave him alone because I suspect we have to complete this quest before we can tell Galerius to do it instead.
Sometimes
which
I
I'm
stare
guessing...
at the great temple on the bluff, and I think, whatever is in there, it has to be important.
I feel like you should look at your hands while you are doing that.
Ah, a new face.
Yep. Don't worry about the threats. It's just Rufius. He's never going to hurt you.
What the...
Well, I found an incomplete note in his house. The actual answer to Virgil's question is the objective system, but I really don't know how to explain that to him.
You went snooping in his place? Have you
Yep, he won't be bothering you anymore. We're just going to zoom through all this. I'm actually going to explain... I'm going to explain this as though this is an explanation. Like, if somebody said this to you in real life, you'd be like, no, that's dumb as hell. He was homophobic because of rheumatism?
Poor fellow. I've heard that can really mess with a person's head.
Okay, this sucks. This sucks. Let's just get out of here. All right. So now that we've resolved that, I bet we can add that to our list of things that we tell Galerius to solve at the beginning of the loop, which hopefully will get Virgil to vote for Galerius. And then, I don't know, like maybe we just need to break this. Maybe I just need to like bow someone real fast and restart the loop, because I don't know what else it could possibly... We've been everywhere. We have not seen Galerius around doing anything. I wonder if he's just like somewhere stuck. Whatever he's doing, it doesn't seem to be his errands. And we could, what we could do, I suppose, is go to Equitia and tell her to just do the election now, right? That's a thing we have an option of doing, and I don't know, something will happen. Let's go find out what. Unless the game is actually going to let me talk to... Nope, okay. People are still broken. Well, Equitia...
That's quite an impressive bow you have there.
Yes, I agree.
Just like Arve again.
What's the status of the election?
It must be completed by dusk, just the same as any other official business. It'll be between Sentius, the incumbent, and Malleolus, the challenger. Why do you ask?
Can I nominate a different... listen, I want to nominate Galerius.
I like the idea, but I know Galerius well, and his position has always been that he won't run unless Malleolus withdraws.
Well, what a coincidence.
It was only yesterday that he said to me he'd only ever run if it was absolutely necessary to make sure Sentius wasn't re-elected. So, I suppose if you'd like to see Galerius elected magistrate, you'd need to persuade Malleolus to withdraw somehow.
What a bizarre what exactly was the conversation that you two were having? That... Alright, it's fine. Okay, well, can we start the election now?
As I said, I'm planning to hold it before dusk.
Holding it early may prevent conflict between the voters? This is not a thing that we actually have reason to believe, but maybe she'll buy it?
Yes. I have overheard some rather unpleasant arguments. The last thing we need here is additional conflict. Very well. I'll get things started right away.
Equitia is the most credulous person in the universe. Alright. We did overhear the election happening one time.
Citizens,
we've not actually seen this play
time.
out, though.
Let us meet to elect our magistrate.
Okay, almost nobody in town is over here, and, like, definitely nobody heard you speak. They should have installed, again, slapstick future version of this game with robots. So you just have a PA. I'm telling you, it solves all of the problems. Okay, so we're all going over here, and we're kind of having a having a real weird time pathing because we don't all walk at good speeds. People are just constantly shoving each other out of the way. Well, that did really get around, didn't it? Hey, look, we found Galerius. He does not look busy. Virgil, you having some... Okay, he figured it out. Nope. Well, alright. Okay, there we go. Are we... Do I need to push? Also, that subtitle has been stuck for quite some time. Hi, friend. You are dropping out, yes? Okay, Quinctius... Okay. I wonder if the Galerius finishing his errands thing is going to prevent this from starting.
Citizens,
nope, there we go. We're just waiting on you.
Body of voters gathered here to elect the city's magistrate. The candidates are Sextus Sentius Imperiosus and Marcus Malleolus Gurges. As agreed, we shall dispense with ballots, and candidates will abstain from voting. Let's make this quick. As I say your name, call your vote.
What a system.
I'll start with you, Horatius.
Sentius, of course.
So Malleolus just didn't, he just lied to us. He just didn't drop out.
Malleolus.
I guess that explains why we weren't able to get Galerius to...
I'm just here to observe.
To vote.
Virgil.
Malleolus.
Because the game did not correctly trigger him dropping out.
Malleolus.
And finally, Domitius.
Malleolus. Who else?
Citizens, you have made your decision. Your new magistrate is Marcus Malleolus Gurges.
Hail, Magistrate Malleolus.
And then this, like...
I said, hail, Magistrate
This turns
Malleolus.
to violence, I assume?
That's more like it.
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored to have been elected your magistrate. And now, I make this solemn promise to you, good citizens. Under my leadership, you will finally enjoy the freedom you deserve. No more shall you walk on eggshells, fearing simply to live and breathe, because the tyrant Sentius told you it was forbidden. For my first act as magistrate, I hereby announce a day of celebration to mark the end of an era. The myth of the Golden Rule is no more.
The Golden Rule is real, you idiot.
For his attempt to deceive us all, Sentius is hereby found guilty of treason against the Empire.
What? I have committed no crimes. This is madness.
His sentence: to fight for his life in gladiatorial combat against Domitius, here and now for your entertainment.
You have no idea what you're doing. You're going to get us all killed.
Wait, I exercise my right as a Vestal priestess to pardon him. I will not allow you to do this.
You're showing your true colors now, priestess. Your corruption sickens me. Domitius, ignore her. Proceed.
This is insanity. You'll doom us all.
Lies! It is time the Golden Rule was exposed for what it is. A children's fable, exploited by a treacherous leader to instill fear in all of us.
This is why he's in his gladiator gear. They've been planning this all along.
Shut up, all of you. The magistrate has spoken. I'm going to enjoy killing you, old man.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Okay. They didn't bother to design that sequence in such a way that the golden rule actually gets broken. The statues just freak out because Domitius says he intends to break it. I just it would have been so easy to write that so it actually works. They can't have it be that Sentius gets killed, because obviously Sentius has to do the portal thing or else the time loop doesn't happen. I don't mean to act like I think this is the worst written video game in the entire world. I don't. Lots of video games have bad writing. It is quite bad, but it's not legendary or anything. But I'm kind of shocked about the number of people that I saw recommending this game who didn't mention that the writing was a problem, or who just who said it was one of their games of the year despite this without ever. It's wild because the writing is so bad. I don't know. It's very strange.
Salve, friend.
Okay, yep. Here's the thing. You need to do some tasks. Rufius has been threatening Virgil. Do this thing. Tell Malleolus that he's gotta not... Okay, apparently this was the thing. Galerius has to know that Malleolus is dropping out, which has to take the form of Galerius has to be the one who makes him drop out.
What? Are you... You're serious, aren't you?
Okay. I doubt Domitius will let me talk to him, but I'll make sure he passes on the message. Why would he do that? What would be the benefit to him in doing that?
Stop Fabia going in, but...
Okay, go. And now I guess we're just gonna follow him, because I need to make sure it all happens, but he has to be the one who does it all. I'm actually, hold on. I am gonna give you the...
catch the drops of water, just as...
Yeah. Figured it out. I know where we are. If we restore her to lucidity very, very easily, maybe she will also vote in the election. She didn't last time, but also last time the thing broke very badly, right? It's possible. Why did I come into the forum? What was I thinking here? All right, so we're gonna follow Galerius around. He's gonna resolve all these problems. Did he come up here? Did he start with Domitius, maybe? Nope, my dude just disappeared. Okay, he did the assassin first. Run, Galerius, run!
But why? You know why. But how am I going to defend myself against someone else with a weapon?
Lucretia, no time to explain. I'm supposed to give you this Sylphium resin for Yulia.
What? Quick, give it here. I'm just going to help her swallow this. I think she's going to be all right. Galerius, you're amazing. How did you know?
I was just doing what the new lady told me.
I don't understand. How did... Never mind. Thank you so much for acting as quickly as you did. Another moment more and we would have lost her.
Can't stay. Places to be.
It's so funny that part of the core of the puzzle design is that you get someone murdered but technically don't murder them yourself, and it doesn't count as a murder, and as such the game's just by the way, here's the answer to the trolley problem.
Rufius. I hear your rheumatism has you so riled up you've been harassing Virgil.
What? My condition is nobody's business but mine.
There's no need for that. I just wanted to give you this willow bark to help you treat it.
A treatment? Really? Thank God. Finally, some relief after all this time. Thank you, Galerius. You're a good man. And I'll be sure to leave Virgil alone. I know I have.
When we're not actually in a conversation, we can't skip the lines.
Appreciate
That's a real bummer.
Now, I've got to run.
Nope. Domitius does not, in fact... Okay, hold on a second. I need to path over to where I'm supposed to be for this conversation.
What now?
I have a message from Malleolus.
Yeah? Who's it from?
The Emperor. He knows Malleolus's real name is Quinctius, thanks to Claudia, and demands he withdraw from the election and release Ulpius and Iulia immediately.
Are you out of your mind, farm boy?
Domitius, that's enough.
What? You're not going to listen to this dolt, are you?
Galerius, all right, I'll withdraw, and Ulpius and Julia are free. I trust our business is concluded?
Yes, that ought to do it. I guess I'll go and tell Ulpius the good news then.
That was remarkably easy. Is this the best way to do this?
Good news, Ulpius. Malleolus
Ulpius is just over here for some reason.
Julia from your debts.
What? Are you messing with me?
I wouldn't do that. You're both free.
We're free. We're free. Thank you. It seems fortune smiles on us after all. I'd better go and pay a visit to Julia immediately.
So yeah, if you do this, everybody's just in a different position. Like it's a completely different day and situation.
Citizen.
Malleolus is listening at the door to his villa instead of practicing his speech. Ulpius wasn't going to kill himself in the first place.
I'm so glad you didn't go.
What a weird implementation of the solution. You could have just had Galerius actually go to the right... I don't know. Weird. Are you good? Are you done? Nope. He's busy apparently. He doesn't look busy.
We're free.
Is this just broken?
Malleolus just released us and we never have to set foot.
Does this have to play out the rest of the way before he'll act again? That would be a wild way for it to be implemented, but honestly, it's not out of line with the way the rest of the game works.
Incredible.
Because he still needs to go and actually tell Virgil that Virgil's in the clear, right?
You don't need to say anything. Just rest up, get your strength back. And we'll celebrate properly when you're ready.
I will. Thank you, Ulpius. I will.
Okay. Now... Galerius looks busy. Is the thing. The thing is that Galerius looks so busy right now. Well, he knows that already.
Sir? Are you under duress, sir?
I just had a change of heart.
But you were on track to be magistrate, sir. All that work, all that money wasted.
Right, but Domitius, you know what happened already because you were present for it happening. Okay.
As you wish, sir.
And Galerius is just going to stand perfectly still until all this resolves? Yep. He sure is, even though he's not privy to any of it. Okay. You would think that doing graffiti would be against the golden rule.
Priestess, Malleolus has decided to withdraw from the election.
Oh, well, that's surprising, but thank you for telling me. I'll let everyone know.
You would think she would have to hear it from Malleolus. No, I know. Would you hold on just a damn second?
Citizens, I have an announcement. Malleolus has withdrawn his candidacy from today's election. Unless any new challengers are nominated by nightfall, Sentius will be re-elected magistrate by default.
Actually, I'd like to nominate myself, if that's all right.
Of course, Galerius. That's your right. Citizens, the election will proceed.
Salve again, friend. I went and did as you asked, and it worked.
Galerius, I know I'm right here.
Possible that you've just arrived.
Okay. I tell him, hey, I'm busy right now. Talk to me when I finish my errands. You never believe me if I told you. I'm reliving the same day over and over again. Yep, we all know about Sisyphus. I love the fact that there's two options there. Yes, I know who Sisyphus is, or no, I don't know who Sisyphus is, and they both lead to him telling you who Sisyphus is. Go
anyway, I don't... Oh, and I'm in the running for magistrate. Feeling kind of nervous, but I'm hoping it'll all be worth it when I order Dooley's release. I just hope I'll have the votes I need.
Me too. I have a feeling you'll do great.
Oh, that's kind of you to say. Now, I'm going to keep your secret. Although... Oh, and if our conversations...
Yep. Okay, so... we have ingratiated him to as many people as possible, right? But it may be the case that we still need to do something. So let's like go around and ask people, I guess. Yeah. Who are you gonna vote for?
Galerius. Did you know he saved?
Yep, good stuff. Man's a hero. No two ways about it. It is way too difficult to get out of these conversations. You voting for Galerius? Okay, no hurry.
Ah, a new face.
Yes, howdy. Who are you gonna vote for? Yep, that's cool. Great.
All right.
You don't actually know that, but he didn't ever come and tell Virgil. I guess maybe Rufius told Virgil?
Wonder how much one of these statues is worth. Hello?
Okay. You never believe me if I told you? We're just gonna ignore it. It's not for sale. Extremely not for sale. Who are you gonna vote for? Here's the thing. It would be better for me if you would vote for Galerius, and I have a magic bow, so...
Yeah? And what's he gonna do for me? He's nothing.
Would a gift change your mind?
Certainly. For a few thousand denarii.
Oh, easy. Fine, here's 3,000 denarii.
Pleasure doing business. Can I help you with anything else?
Nope, that's good.
Very
We're
well.
good. Turns out, infinite money, pretty easy.
Salve.
Not allowed to ask you. I guess you don't.
Right.
You don't vote in the election. Fine.
Citizen.
I'm sure Rufius is planning to vote for
Name's
Galerius
Rufius.
because the bark and everything.
Hilarious.
Yep. Okay.
Fine. Signor.
That's enough people right there, right?
Welcome.
Lucretia doesn't get to vote. Equitia doesn't get to vote. Who are we missing? Who votes that we haven't talked to yet?
Isn't the great temple majestic?
I mean, Domitius won't vote for Sentius, right? Like...
What now?
Also, I guess, yeah, there's this that we can actually push on now.
I'm not going.
Good enough.
Listen, I don't abduct women. They come to me. And they keep coming back. If you know what I mean.
I do not believe you at all. That's subtle, but I think I know what you mean.
Whatever.
Okay, I mean, that's fine. I mean, I hate to be like, I'm not going to solve the disappearance of this girl, but she's definitely already dead, and...
Don't believe a word they tell you.
I think we can just push for the election, right? I'm gonna quick save first.
Just like
But I think we should be good. Yep, can we start the election now? Preventing conflict between voters.
Citizens, it is time. Let us
With
meet
Domitius
to elect
abstaining.
our magistrate.
And 1, 2, 3, 4 votes for Galerius secured right there. That's it, right? That's good. That's enough to get Dooley out of his cell, and we kind of don't have to resolve anything else, because all we're trying to do is get the plaques and then do the thing. Ulpius, you having a little bit of trouble there, buddy? He's in a real hurry. Okay. Now we gotta wait for this to... Does nobody else see the statues turning their heads to look at me? You would think that that would be like a whole thing. I guess this one's not the one that's... We can hear the head turning happening. Oh wait, maybe it did. Yeah, no, this one is totally turning its head. Nobody else sees that occur. Alright. Whatever, it's gonna be goddamn unanimous. I'm gonna be really mad if it turns out that the golden rule does get broken at the time of the vote being cast by you buying votes. But I guess we know that won't happen because Malleolus had definitely purchased some of the votes of the last election that we just saw. So.
Late nominee Gallus Galerius Helver. Marcus Malleolus Gurges withdrew his candidacy earlier today. As agreed, we shall dispense with ballots and candidates will abstain from voting. Let's make this quick. As I say your name, call your vote. I'll start with you, Horatius.
Sentius, of course.
Georgius.
Galerius. He saved the life of my dear friend Fabia.
Okay, you don't actually have to give a justification.
Galerius.
Virgil.
The man who put a stop to the threats I've been receiving. Galerius.
Ulpius.
Galerius, the man who saved my life.
Rufius.
The man who treated my rheumatism. Galerius.
Citizens, you have made your decision. Your new magistrate is Gallus Galerius Helver.
What?
It has been decided. Magistrate Galerius, would you like to make a brief address?
Very brief.
I just want to say, this isn't something I ever wanted. Now that you've put your trust in me, I'm going to do everything I can not to let you down. I'll need some time to put together a list of the changes I want to make around here. But I promise you, there will be changes. My first order is that Dooley is to be freed. Horatius, release him from his cell immediately. Please. Wait, do I need to say please? I suppose not.
But you still should,
That's
it's
it.
nice.
You can all get on with your day. Nothing else to see here. Move along.
Ulpius, fucking calm down, dude. We know you didn't have anything planned for today. The man is a menace to everyone around her.
Blood Galerius won.
It gladdens my heart that Galerius
Whatever's in that great temple up there on the
bottom.
Okay, can we hurry it up with this? I need to get into that thing.
Fortune smiles on you today, Julius. Magistrate Galerius here has ordered your release.
You're going to let me out of here?
I'm sorry it took so long, my friend. And it wouldn't have happened at all if it wasn't for a newcomer. So be sure to offer your thanks when you can.
I'm right here.
I will. Thank you, Galerius. I'm so happy.
I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got a lot of work ahead of me. Why don't you go to the baths? Then tell Georgius I said you could have some new clothes. Then I want you to go home and rest. I'll speak with you soon, Dooley.
Hello?
Yeah, no, I know. Yep, that's me.
Oh,
okay, you're welcome.
You can have them up.
Yep, we're just gonna get out of this conversation.
Oh, thank you.
Yep, I get the key, I get the plaque.
Hope you find it.
In the cistern's way up high.
Oh, look over. Maybe it is treasure.
Stop.
I can see it for myself. So
Take.
pretty.
Okay.
And it's just lying out here in the open. Maybe
Dooley?
nobody wants it anymore.
Dooley, don't steal a thing. I mean,
Maybe no one will mind if I...
is he actually going to break the golden rule immediately?
Don't you dare.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
All right, that's fine. We got the plaque. I got the plaque, right? I have all the plaques. Yes. Okay. You know what I love most about this game is its incredibly sensitive treatment of Dooley. Okay, so now we can just go to the obelisk and put the plaques back, and for some reason we think that'll do a thing that'll be good and magical. Just wait here. Sentius talking to me? Or is he helping somebody else through the portal? Nope, that was definitely intended for me. The game's just like, listen, they were objectively correct to imprison Dooley. What a fucking, just... what a cherry on top of the shit show. Okay. So. let's just go ahead and do the thing here, shall we? Return all 4 plaques to the obelisk. My man, I'm a little busy right now. Okay, it's the obelisk in front of this. All of the buildings here look the goddamn same. This is a temple. Everything's a temple. Whatever. The important thing is we have the plaques. We're going to put the plaques in the thing, and then I guess we're going to fight a god or whatever. I have this bow. We'll be fine. I guess I'd never really given this this obelisk much thought on account of, you know, the Ulpius thing happening right on top of it and everything. Okay.
Salve, friend.
Yep, no, that's great. I'm fine, thanks. It would be great if we could just... I'll be going now.
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Okay. You know what I don't have time for is this.
No. No.
I should have told Galerius to do all the errands because it would have made this not happen. Good luck with that. Okay, yep. I can't help you.
I am out.
I mean, I'm gonna help you, but in like a very dramatic way.
Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no!
Yep, that does suck. You have given me no reason to like treat this world as a real place where things actually happen.
Well.
So, all right. Okay, so what happens now? I just end the conversation. Here we go. Insert plaque, insert plaque, insert plaque, insert plaque. It's pretty dramatical. There we go. To the Great Temple. I'm just gonna get my bow out just in case. Feels like I might need it. And then, sudden jump cut. Because, let me explain what happened. So, you may have noticed at the end of the episode here, I'm just trying to rush through to the ending. I want to be done with this. I'm obviously not having a very good time with this game, but at the same time, I feel like there's a dedication to showing the whole thing, right? Like, if I've gotten this far, I should show the ending. There are people watching who are going to want to see the whole thing in context, and who certainly, after what they have seen, are not going to want to play the game to get there themselves. So, I was just trying to rush to the end, and I did go inside the temple, and I got a couple minutes into the thing that is inside the temple, and if I'm honest, I was in such a bad mood and feeling so cranky about it that I realized I'm having a terrible time, and the way I'm having a terrible time is going to make this a terrible time to listen to. This is bad content. So, what I'm going to do instead is just insert a hard cut here, and there's going to be another episode. Sometime this weekend, my guess is, based on my schedule, probably Sunday evening. And we will go into the temple, and we will hear the developers out. We will let them make their final statements, and I will be well fed and well rested and in a better mood. As you know, as good of a mood as I am in usually while we're doing this. So yeah. Sorry about the weird break. Sorry about the suspense. But I really do want this series to have an actual ending where we finish the game. And I just think it would be a whole lot better for everybody if I was in a better mood when that is happening. So come back next time, later this weekend, for that. What is in the temple and the final actual ending. Spoilers, I'm pretty annoyed by what it turns out to be, but I've only seen the first couple of minutes of it, so maybe we will give the developers a fair chance to impress us. So come back next time for that, and we'll see you then.